Thank you for being here. And while I do wish that it was under different circumstances, I am grateful that you all are here tonight. I wanted to speak with Senator Grassley, but they didn't afford us his phone number. But had I had the opportunity, I would have congratulated him on a hard-fought campaign. We may have been competitors in this, but we are united in our effort to represent the state and the country we love. A political fence separated us, indeed, but fellow Iowans, we are. And there's no association that means more than that. And there's nothing more American than embracing the will of the people. Tonight, the Iowans around us have spoken. And as citizens across this great nation, may every vote be counted, may every outcome be accepted, and may every transition be gracious. And should I say peaceful as well? Well, so you all know that's my way and that's the American way. And let's keep that going forward. And for anyone who feels like their voice wasn't heard, your story isn't over. Not by a long shot. Rest, regroup, keep building, and live to raise your voice to win another day. For America lives on a knife's edge. In a way, it always has, because government of the people and by the people is a balancing act. It is beautiful yet precarious, and it's a known fact that, as we have recently seen, that our democracy is strong. It did, after all, survive 4 years of onslaught from within the White House. But also, in many ways, it's fragile, because democracy is not an army, it's not a piece of land or a piece of paper, but an idea, one that exists in the minds of the collective faithful, and it thrives only when we protect it, we nurture it, and when we come together to reject fear and rebalance the scales, like so many of you did here tonight, but here we are. I would like to thank my partner in this, to Harris and Emma. Mom and I love you with all your hearts, wherever you are. We could never be more proud of you. To my incredible campaign staff, the leadership on up, from the manager to the organizers to the volunteers, you wrote this campaign story. Young, old, rural, urban, disabled, able-bodied, black, white, brown, gay, straight, folks of faith, folks of no faith at all, GEDs and PhDs, and everything in between. When I look at you, I see America. You make me hopeful and you make me proud. Thank you all. To the legions of donors and well-wishers, thank you for providing this campaign the resources to tarry forth, albeit against significant odds, to a dignified closure at this moment. And finally, to my fellow citizens, fellow Iowans, in war, resolution, in peace, goodwill. That was my motto on a Navy destroyer. It remains an apt description of an unfortunately warring political environment. On my side, I ask you to speak often, loudly, calmly, with conviction. Be brave and strong-willed. We must work to achieve an Iowa that reflects our most cherished past, the state that led the nation in drawing culture to legislation, to answering the needs of its citizens, equally so. And I'll be with you every step of that journey, but for now, good night and God bless. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
And that is Democratic Senate candidate Mike Franken and his partner waving to people here inside the Hotel Fort Des Moines, to a lot of cheers here inside the Iowa Democratic Watch Party tonight as he exits the stage to waves and presumably hugs from the people here. You heard a lot of thanks from him, a lot of hugs there with his supporters and his campaign staff. A thank you to his family, a thank you to his campaign staff, and the donors and supporters of his campaign. He said, you made it possible to work around the clock across Iowa against difficult odds. His challenger, incumbent Senator Chuck Grassley, will be in the U.S. Senate for yet another term. He says, Franken says, for anyone who feels their voice isn't heard, your story isn't over. Similar to the same types of themes that we heard from Dieter DeGier, but a message about democracy from Franken himself, saying democracy is a knife's edge. An interesting comparison there, and that democracy lives in the hearts and minds of people, presumably in this room and in rooms across the country. Zach Wall is now taking the stage here, but that was Franken's wrap-up. He said he would have called Senator Chuck Grassley if they would have provided his number to congratulate him, assuming they will connect sometime soon.